Deborah Farrick watching that trial for us. Thank you. Lumber Liquidators is offering free testing of your floors. Say if you're worried about them being safe. There were reports about alleged formaldehyde, and we're talking about not in the hardwood floor, but what do they call that? What is the type of floor I'm talking about, you guys? Where it's laminate. Thank you. It's laminate. Thank you. What'd you do? Just like redo your house or something? I should know that term. You haven't redone your house just yet. Laminate or hardwood? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So they also might replace up to $4,000 worth of the floor if you're worried. The flooring company, though, says its business was hit by that recent 60 Minutes report that said that their laminate flooring has too much formaldehyde in it. That, the company says, has knocked millions off their sales, nearly 20% this month. It's a big Wall Street story, too. The stock is down. Now, they are being investigated by New York and Connecticut to kind of get to the bottom of the allegations about the formaldehyde levels.
What a relief, though, for the consumers, because we've had tweets from people here who said, well, what am I supposed to do after the report? And we didn't do that report.
Well, but is it a relief?
They were concerned.
Is it a relief? I mean, they're going to test it. Then what?
Oh, they don't
and then
say what they're going to do.
Maybe up to $4,000. Is that what your floor cost?
Wow.
I'm not sure. So you think it might really depend. Yeah,
Good point.
We'll
That's excellent.
So I think we have to wait and see what some of those investigations come up with so that we know what's happening, where the truth lies in there. All right, more and more groups want to change in Obamacare to let women who get pregnant to sign up for health care coverage outside of the normal sign-up period. As you might know, pregnancy is not always a planned thing. It can be unexpected. Life throws you curves sometimes. You're never ready, is what they say, right? It can also be expensive, and prenatal care is so important to baby. More than 50 House Democrats sent a letter to the White House. Also, groups like Families USA and Planned Parenthood saying, hey, you know, other groups get exceptions, like if you get married or divorced. Maybe if you suddenly find out you're pregnant, you should be able to sign up too.
Good point. All right, thank you. A bunch of teen girls violently attacked a 15-year-old at a McDonald's in Brooklyn, and now one of the alleged attackers is in custody. Producer for the TV show Survivor is headed to prison. Did you know South by Southwest kicks off today? Hi, Austin, Texas, if you're watching from there. Snoop Dogg is giving one of the keynote speeches. You gotta love the teenager who killed his teacher's husband. Our salute to the troops today is from one heck of a proud mom to her son. Amy does a really good job here. Good morning.
Hi, Robin. I'm Amy Greenfield, and I'd like to make a salute to my son, First Lieutenant Russell Greenfield. He's currently stationed at Fort Lewis in Washington. We're so proud of him and all of his accomplishments and his tenacity. In March, he gets a week of leave to come and visit his entire family to celebrate my parents and his grandparents' 60th wedding anniversary. It's been almost 3 years since he's been able to see all of his siblings, and we can't wait to see him in a few weeks. Kudos to you, my baby, and I love you more.
Look at the picture of the puppy. I can't wait for you guys to have your family reunion. Maybe you feel the same way about someone who's away, serving in the military. I love it best to hear your voice about them. So go to hlntv.com/Robin and get your salute on the air. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame just had its 10 millionth visitor, and that, I like that. Yeah, to go see that. You know, you're going to have an easier time, supposedly, reading your internet bill. Your service provider has been ordered to clearly label that stuff. Don't be tucking it in somewhere. Good morning, Jen.
Yeah, this all came out of the net neutrality ruling. Part of that tucked in there is something that's been in the news lately, which is federal regulators saying that companies need to be more upfront with you about your bill. In other words, not dangling a number in front of you like, let's just say, $49 a month, sucking you in so you sign a contract, and then, oh, but well, it happens to be going up to $99 a month. Next thing you know, it doubled, or there's loads of other charges. You just end up paying a lot more. All right, have you been on Pinterest lately, checking out wedding ideas, trying to save money, see what you like? Well, let me tell you, the average price for a wedding is now $31,000, and it's at about a 5-year high, says the Knot. Most of that is the venue. It's also how many people you invite. The Knot says about 136 people is the average length of the guest list. Manhattan is real expensive. If you want to find a good way to look at this, It's the highest it's been in 5 years. Maybe that's a sign the economy is recovering if we're all willing to spend a little bit more. And coming up, actor Will Ferrell did something.
People can't believe this tape that shows a bunch of teen girls attacking a 15-year-old in public at a McDonald's in Brooklyn. Well, one of the alleged attackers is now in custody. It is now 45 minutes past the hour. Okay, Lumber Liquidators is going to offer you free testing of your laminate floors if you bought it from them. And now, because of another network's report, you might be worried about whether they're safe or not. So Jen has more on what it's going to do then, depending on what those tests will find. I don't even know if that is clear yet, but good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it's something. So let's see how this all plays out. But the company, of course, has been under tremendous pressure. Now they're saying they may replace up to $4,000 worth of the floor if you're worried, and this testing. Their business has definitely been hit by that recent 60 Minutes report that said that the laminate flooring may have too much formaldehyde. It's knocked millions off sales, says Lumber Liquidators, including nearly 20% just this month. So they're being investigated by New York and Connecticut over these allegations, and we may have to wait a little bit to find out, what's going on, because 60 Minutes is also saying they stand by their testing, which Lumber Liquidators has taken issue with. More and more groups think there should be a big change in Obamacare, special exceptions if you get pregnant, because it can be a surprise, and it might catch you by surprise if you didn't sign up for health care coverage. You might be outside the normal sign-up period. So it can also be expensive, and prenatal care is shown to be very important to babies' health. More than 50 House Democrats sent a letter to the White House. Groups like Families USA and Planned Parenthood. No comment yet from Health and Human Services.
All right, Jen, thank you. So tennis star Serena Williams says that